everybody, it's Amy with Heart and Home Orlando, and I am so excited about this new listing. It is a magnificent home, lots of square footage, lots of bedrooms. There's an absolutely stunning secret in the backyard. I cannot wait to show it to you. So let's go on in and take a look. So first of all, this is a larger 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath home that has a 3-car garage. You'll notice from that front exterior shot that we gave you that you're going to have a 2-car garage on one side and a single-car garage on this side. Now, one of the things that makes this home unique is that ability to have that courtyard type of an effect here at the beginning and the entrance of the home, allowing the 2-car on that side and the single car on this side really makes this space over here extra special. Now, before we go here, I want to mention that we have a beautiful circular foyer entryway. Really distinctive architectural design, really lovely, very welcoming. I always say I love circles and curves. They make you feel like the house is giving you a hug, and this one definitely does. All right, so back behind me is what is going to make this home a standout. Well, first of all, there's a lot of things that are going to make it a standout. But in this particular case, right behind me, you're going to have the garage door. This is a single car garage. By the way, it does have epoxy on the floor, and it also has some built-in storage shelving. Over here is going to be a walk-in closet. Now, one thing to note is that every closet and even the pantry in this home have custom closet shelving in there, maximizing the storage and the visibility and honestly, the beauty of the closets themselves. But this space is not just an ensuite, my friends. This is an absolute mini apartment. So this is what was called a studio suite by the builder when you were able to build this floor plan, which, by the way, not able to build anymore because it goes on a larger home site, something that is in short supply here in Disney's backyard. We'll talk about the lot size here in a few minutes. But this home, this room, this studio suite is a bedroom, a full-size bedroom with a full bathroom over here. And then over here, you have your whole living area, sitting area. Not only that, but you have a wet bar over there, complete with cabinets above and below. You have a sink as well as a beverage fridge. This is really an important thing to note because there are so few we call them multi-generational homes that are available. There are some opportunities for just an ensuite, which is a bedroom with its own private bathroom, but this area right here really sets it apart. It's great for a high school kid, college kid, maybe it's a mother-in-law, father-in-law. This is a great opportunity. It's a great guest suite. And remember, you do live in Disney's backyard, so you don't know who's going to come visit. So as we wrap up this room, I want to point out something else. So first of all, there is a bathroom behind you that does have the shower stall, single sink, cabinet, counter, mirror, vanity, and you'll notice that there's other touches throughout this entire home, like the bathroom mirrors being custom framed out. You'll also notice that the listello in these are much wider. These are not just a 6-inch listello, but they are much nicer, really kind of accentuating with the tile going all the way up to the ceiling. But before we leave, I want to point out the beautiful view from these windows. You have 3 gorgeous windows from this side of the home, and you'll see that you have an enormous side yard, and beside the lot is more green space for the community. It is just extra green space. It is not a park. It's not a playground. It's not a dog park. It's just extra green space. Green and space, meaning no neighbor on that side. All right, this part right here, honestly, this is one of the big showstoppers, but we're going to keep on going because there's a lot of them to see in this home. So studio suite behind me, circular foyer entry, which is gorgeous with a little niche, by the way, which is a great spot for decor, artwork, or something special. Over here, we're going to talk about this space. Now, for the builder, this space is actually designated as the dining room. It's off of the kitchen space, but you'll notice here when I show you the rest of the kitchen and the breakfast area, you may not need all of that additional seating. This space right here is being utilized as an office. Now, what's nice about this is that it is a huge room. It also has big, beautiful windows that are going to point out to that outdoor space. Another nice little feature, and we'll talk about that, is that the majority of the windows in these homes have these retractable blinds, which are going to be really nice to kind of help dim that sun because, remember, it's Florida. You're going to have a lot of sunshine. Sometimes you want that to be dimmed. Sometimes you want it to be open and just beautiful, open and airy. Now, this room, point out a couple of other features. Not only is it large, you've got LVP flooring that's extended throughout this entire first floor, with the exception of this room that we just saw, which, by the way, does have brand new carpet. So in this particular room, you're going to have a beautiful wood treatment here on the wall with these floating shelves. The wall treatment and the floating shelves are going to stay in the home. And then on this side, you've got a beautiful wallpaper treatment, which again, just kind of gives it a little bit of texture. So if you want to use this as an office, but you're like, I'd like to make it a little bit more private, you can add some French doors right here. Actually, already looked into it, talked about that before. So I know that that is an option and an opportunity if that's something that you needed. But in this case, technically, it's a dining room utilized as an office. So before we show you the big kitchen, we're going to show you this spot right here. Now, this is technically a garage. It's not a garage. It's a closet over here, not under the stairs, although it does tuck. This is a closet beside the stairs. Now, in this case, you can see it goes all the way back, Pup's Eatery, and then back over here. And then there's still more space over here for storage to tuck things away. But what's really nice about this is that they actually added outlets and they also added an extra light. So this is a nice bright space. Now you can use it for storage or suitcases or any of the sundries that you might need. But in this case, they use it as a little dog room. So it's a great spot for their pets to kind of have their own little zone. Great option and opportunity here. And again, you've got some brick wallpaper making it really nice and cozy. All right, are you ready? This is the kitchen. Oh my goodness, it's the kitchen of your dreams. It is gorgeous. It is big, it is bright, it is open, it is airy, and I can't wait to show you what I can see right there. But right here, we're gonna talk about this island first. These are quartz counters, and you have a huge island, and you can see that there's easily 6 chairs right here. Plenty of space on this island for friends or family just to gather day to day. 3 oversized pendant lights really kind of need it because the grandeur of this space really kind of needs those big elements in here. The cabinets are a painted harbor, which basically is a color very similar to Sherwin-Williams Agreeable Gray. What's beautiful about these cabinets is that it pulls out both the gray tones, if you happen to have more gray decor that you're going to bring with you. It also pulls out the wood tones if you happen to have more wood tones and earthy tones that you're going to be bringing with you when you buy this house. And in this case, it perfectly pulls out both. So does the LVP flooring, chosen very thoughtfully to make sure that it would accommodate anybody's taste and style. You have above cabinet and below cabinet lighting in here as well. And you have a beautiful glass tile that is laid here. It's a beveled edge, which is gorgeous, really reflecting that light and that sunshine. And it is at a herringbone pattern as well. This is absolutely a gourmet kitchen. So you have your cooktop there with your stainless vent. You've also got your double oven over here on this side. You have the refrigerator, which does convey. Convey means it's going to stay. It's going to become yours. And if you're wondering to yourself, well, but where's the microwave? You're like, I need my microwave. There is a microwave too, and it's tucked right over here on the lower cabinet, making it nice and easily accessible as well. So not only do we have all of that cabinet and counter space, but we have this entire other bank of cabinets and counters, and you can see you have the beautiful decorative glass cabinets here to showcase some of those favorite dishes. And then one of the other things is the pantry. You have the frosted glass with the pantry embellishment there and a huge closet or a huge pantry that's going to show you an example of that custom cabinetry that we have in all of the bedroom closets that you'll see throughout the home. Now, before we go into this area, I'm going to point this out because this area is your dining area, day-to-day dining. Remember, office space, technically the formal dining room, but over here, do you see this table? This table already seats 8. So 8 plus the 6 here at the island. You can still use the dining room for more seating if you want. Otherwise, this is a great space. And those triple sliders are giving you a hint to what we're going to see in just a minute. But before we go there, we have to go back over here because there's so many hidden nuggets in this home, and there's 2 of them right here. To my left, to your right, is going to be what we call the pocket office. So this is a great spot with above and below cabinet counters, and you have a desk area here as well. This is a great spot whether you need it as a little mini work zone or a homework zone or a crafting zone. You can use it as storage. I've actually had people talk about maybe they wanted to do a secondary pantry, as though that pantry was not large enough. But this is a great space that you can really be flexible with if you need a special space for work or for play or for kids and homework. Great spot here. Cabinets, counters, and you can see there's some lighting above and below there as well. This is your entry zone from your 2-car garage. So 2-car garage is back behind me, epoxy floor, amazing built-in organizational for all your tools and garage type storage. That's going to enter here. From here's your drop zone. So you've got your shelving here, you've got hooks underneath. And then over here, man, you're not going to believe it. So back behind me is the laundry room. The laundry room is big. It is beautiful. You've got some trim work here. You've got some wallpaper. It's this big, rich kind of a navy blue in here. And what's really nice is that you have the cabinets all up above. You have cabinets below with drawers. You've got your laundry sink. You've got the washer and dryer that do convey. Convey means it's going to stay. And then as we keep going, it's not over yet. Over here to my right is going to be additional storage and shelving and a place for decor. And then over here is the pet bath. That's right. If you've got fur babies, this is a great spot for you to utilize for them. This is up very comfortable height-wise, easy for you to bathe your dogs. It's also got the adjustable faucet. This is a fantastic add-in to this home. All right, so we're not done yet. There's still a lot more to see here on this first floor. So the next place that we're gonna go is gonna be into that primary bedroom. So as we continue to walk through the kitchen, remember, circular foyer, dining room, which is an office, beautiful kitchen, eating area. Back over in this direction, you're gonna have your powder bath. Now remember, it's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. This is the half. Not only is this the half bath, but over here is your pool access door, because this door is going to serve as your pool bath. So you can come in and out if you're out having fun, because it's Florida, you're going to be in the pool all the time, especially that pool. You can just come in very easily and use the restroom and walk back out and never have to traipse in all that water. So this is your primary bedroom. Now, one of the things I want to note, and I don't think I pointed it out in some of the other rooms, but this has additional lighting. So this is an example. It comes with the center fixture. Of course, you can see that there is a ceiling fan there, but there's 4 additional LED lights. There's also 4 additional LED lights in that office space, as well as additional lighting in that studio suite. So everything is nice and bright because we like it nice and bright. All right, here you go. You have a nice big room. Again, huge room, tray ceiling, 4 additional LEDs. King size bed in here, plenty of room. You can see the big bench. You've got the end tables, or the nightstands rather. You've got your triple dresser. You've got a chest of drawers, huge entertainment system, and there is still so much room to move around. Now, one of the other things I want to note is as you're looking out that window, you again can see that there's a beautiful pool area out there that spans the entire length of the home. This also has those same retractable blinds. This color is going to be a light gray, kind of matching the decor in this room, but another great feature. Now, as we get ready to go, this is the primary bathroom. So the primary bathroom now is going to go from that LVP flooring into a beautiful 12 by 24 tile. There's going to be 2 closets side to side. This is 1 closet. This is 2 closets. This closet's a little bit bigger. We're going to show you this one in a minute so you can get an idea of what the custom closets look like. Over here is going to be the toilet with the privacy door. And then, of course, this also very spa-like, by the way. The colors in here are just really calming, which is kind of what you want in your bathroom, right? You have a big garden tub with lots of tiles surround for decor pieces if you like. Big window. Over here you have a really long vanity space. 2 sinks, cabinet, counter, mirror, drawers, vanity. You've got the picture frame surround and a huge shower that also has that glass frameless enclosure as well. So huge primary bathroom. Again, all of this kind of connects to that primary bathroom. All of it is beautiful. Now, before we leave, we do have another room we have to see, which is another showstopper here on this first floor. So as we continue out from the primary bedroom, we're going to go into the main living space. The main living space is the great room is what they call it, or the gathering room. That's kind of what they call them nowadays. But as we go, I want you to do a little peek over here because we're going to talk about this covered lanai. There's a covered lanai that also has a retractable screen, by the way. So if you take a look there, you can see that there's a retractable screen. The whole entire pool area is screened in, by the way. But there is a retractable screen if you want to have additional privacy, or you want to just make sure that, you know, maybe it's raining and maybe you just want to have that screen down, or maybe you have kids and you just want them to kind of stay maintained here on the lanai space. But that's a beautiful space we're going to talk about more in a few minutes. All right, so as far as the first floor goes, and we still have another whole floor to go, this is your gathering room or your great room, and it is both of those. It is a great place to gather, and it is a great room. This room is huge. When you take a look at the amount of furniture in here, you have 2 full-size sofas, an oversized coffee table, 2 of your end tables. You've got 2 oversized side chairs. You've got a recliner over here. And then you also have this amazing feature. This is a set of built-ins with your electric fireplace with tile surround. your big chunky floating mantle, which I absolutely love. And then you have the custom built-ins with the bookshelves on either side that have the accent of the wallpaper back behind them and the cabinets below. And in addition to that, you have all of this beautiful trim work that's going to go all the way up this 2-story great room, all the way wrapping around the staircase, taking you to the second floor. Now, as we talk about the windows, I want to point out, we've talked about the retractable blinds. So this room has those same retractable blinds as well. You have one at the top of the stairs, you have 3 at the tip top, and then you also have 3 here at the bottom. All of them are operated by a remote that's going to allow you to open and close to filter out that sun as you see fit. All right, so let's take a little peek upstairs, shall we? Are you ready? Do you need to have a coffee break? Maybe. Let's go take a peek upstairs. One of the things I want to talk about is the staircase itself. So the staircase is also the LVP. You've got the iron balusters here, and you've got a really beautiful rich stain here on the railing. Up here, this is a very wide area, and I say that because if you have ever tried to lug furniture upstairs where there's a landing, it is difficult. Think about the Friends episode while they're saying pivot, trying to take that mattress or that sofa up the stairs. No issues here in this home. This is a huge open space, and I tell you what, that view is absolutely gorgeous. There's a retractable blind there as well, but you don't need it because you just want to see the Florida sunshine. So as we continue to go upstairs, we're going to see 3 more bedrooms, a media room, as well as the loft area. So as soon as you come up, I want you to take a look at that view from up here. This really is exquisite. It is so vast, it is so open, it is beautiful, and this is a great spot for your friends and your family to gather. You're going to absolutely love it. Okay, so here we are in the loft area. Now this is utilized as a game room, big board game family, so you can see that they have a nice table here, lots of space, but if you wanted to do a pool table, if you want to do a foosball table, or if you wanted to make this another TV room, you could. But you don't really need to because of what we're going to show you next. But this is a nice big room as well. So if you take a look, lots of space here. And there's also a closet here that has lots of shelves. So this is a great place for kids and storage or games or movies or videos. How old am I? But all sorts of space here in this room. So nice big loft area. Again, all upgraded lighting fixtures all throughout this home if you haven't noticed. And additional floor LEDs in that room as well. Not only in that room, but in this room. This room is cozy. This is the media room. You'll notice that the sound changed because now we are into carpet, and it's a plush carpet in here. This is super cozy. There's a dark brown kind of on the walls. This wall has that same wood treatment, although it's a little bit darker color. Blends in, very cozy. You've got the leather recliners in here, and you got a massive TV, making this room a great spot for family movie night or maybe just your own private Netflix binge. Who knows? But this is a great spot for that. The room is nice and big. Again, the retractable darkening blind so that you really can make it dark and cozy, just like a movie theater. And speaking of that, what do you want at the movie theater? Maybe some popcorn, maybe some candy, maybe a soda or a water or a drink of some kind. This area, we call this a pub area right off of that media room. So this has a wet bar. So it does have a sink. It does have a beverage fridge. And you've also got a microwave here. So if you decide to pop some popcorn. The area also suits very nicely a table and chairs just like this homeowner has. So you have a nice spot here for drinks, for snacks, for hanging out, for watching movies, watching TV, playing a card game, whatever you want to do. You've got lots of space here in this media room. This is another showstopper of the home. So we have the board game room or the loft area and a huge media room, by the way. This is a great space. Now, as we continue on, I'll say this closet over here is AC unit number 1 because there are 2 in this home, which by code you would need 2 based on the square footage, which again is 4,722. So the bedrooms upstairs, we had the studio suite downstairs. Remember the big one that was like the multi-gen home? Then we had the primary, and now upstairs we're going to have this room. This one is used here as a Pilates room. So that's the way this one is used, but it is a bedroom and it does have a nice closet. This closet also has the same custom cabinets and shelving built in there. But this is a nice big bedroom. This faces the front of the home with those 3 beautiful windows, really allowing that gorgeous Florida sunshine in. And what's really nice is that because these home sites are much wider, you just see water out this window because there's two houses on either side, but what you see are pine trees and a pond and a lake that's back in that direction. Now this bedroom and the next bedroom are going to be connected by a Jack and Jill bathroom. So in this Jack and Jill bathroom, you're going to see you have the same cabinets as we had before. You're going to have quartz counters, nice big mirror again, and you're going to have the picture frame with the wood around it. And then in this direction is where you're going to have the actual shower with the toilet area. So this has a privacy door as well. And again, take a look at that. You have 2 feet worth of a Listello in there. And again, tile that goes all the way up to the ceiling. All of these little touches really elevate just the level of this home in general. Now behind me, we're going to go into the next bedroom. So this bedroom has a bed. It also has a little crib. So you can, again, think of this as a bedroom. However, you would need to utilize it for your family, but it's a nice big bedroom. One of my favorite things about this one is that these 2 windows, these transoms are up higher. And what that does is it allows you the ability to totally use this wall to situate your furniture. So you have a wall, and you have a whole big wall over here that's not obstructed by a window. There is a big full-size window over here. So lots of light coming in. And again, a walk-in closet with custom shelving in there as well. Over here is a nice big linen closet that's going to service these 2 bathrooms. And then over here is going to be an additional bedroom. This bedroom, again, same as before, nice size. You can see that all these rooms have queen size beds. The primary had a king size, but the other ones have queen size beds. So you can see the amount of space. You have a nightstand, the dresser, you've got the chair, the TV, lots of space in here as well. And another walk-in closet with custom shelving. And then over here, you're going to see that what's unique about this particular bathroom is that this one is going to be accessed not only from the bedroom here, so it has a private door for this guest or this family member who utilizes this room, but it also has a door here that's going to connect it to the actual hallway. So again, you have 2 sinks, same cabinet color. This one has the same wood frame around the mirror, elevating it again. And again, when you take a look, this one has the same semi-frameless shower with 2 feet worth of a gorgeous Listello and tile that goes to the ceiling. Okay, do we think we're done? Not quite yet, not quite yet. Over here is going to be AC unit number 2. Again, there are 2 in this home. So as we finish up the upstairs, I'm going to talk a little bit about the location and about the home site itself, and then we're going to go take a look at that pool and that yard. So what I want you to know is that this home, again, 4,722 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, large home, lots of square footage. You've got the pet bath, you've got the pocket office, you've got the game room or the loft, you've got the media room. Lots of space here in this home, but you have a lot of space outside of the home as well. This home site is on a 90-foot wide home site with about 173, I think, feet deep. Huge. Most home sites, as comparison, in this area, and we are, by the way, in Horizon West, in Disney's backyard. Disney is right there. You can get to Disney in 10-15 minutes by the back roads, right there with the arches right behind you. So here in Horizon West, we have a really great location. What you don't have are a lot of very big home sites. This is a very popular area to live, but most of the home sites, generally speaking, in new construction are going to be at most usually 60 feet by 120 deep. This one is already 90 by 170 something. So it's a massive home site in general. It's 0.39 acres. So it's a nice, big, huge home site here. We're gonna go take a look outside, but I want you to notice, huge pool area, waterfall features, fenced-in yard, by the way, huge side yard with no neighbor on that side, a huge yard behind the pool area that is fenced in, and then even more space back behind it for nice privacy. All right, I'll meet you by the pool. All right, are you ready for your own tropical paradise? That's what we're gonna find outside of these triple sliders. Now these triple sliders actually kind of accordion back and will stack over there at the other end, which is another great reason for having this entire pool area screened in. Not only is the entire pool area screened in, but you also have, as a reminder, that retractable screen that's gonna come down right here. Now let's talk about this zone. This zone is actually covered, so this is a great spot when we get those thunderstorms in the afternoon and you still want to hang out outside and enjoy the view, even if it's a little bit stormy. This is a great spot. And on a day like today, which is the majority of our days here in Disney's backyard, you have gorgeous, beautiful weather and just a beautiful bright sunshine. So this area is covered, so you can see that you have not only the ceiling fan, but there are additional lights here. In addition, there is also TV mount over here as well as a Wi-Fi extender so that you can stream any of those shows or movies and have some additional entertainment out here if you'd like. Now let's take a peek over here at the summer kitchen area. So one of the things to note is that these cabinets over here are actually a composite material that are going to be for outdoor use. So they're not wooden in the sense where they're going to just kind of start to swell up and they're going to get moldy. These are an outdoor composite material which is going to keep them from the moisture and the humidity. Now the other nice thing, you have a butcher block countertop, but if you want to swap this out and you kind of want to create something a little bit different, maybe you envision your grill being built in here, what's really nice is that underneath here on the wall is actually the plumbing for a sink. So if you wanted to make this a wet bar area, you can absolutely do that by pulling this out and then creating your own. All right, so this spot right here, I absolutely love. It's nice, it's relaxing, but then you have this. You have this pool area, which is absolutely exquisite. It resembles any pool that you're going to see at any of those Disney resorts. It's huge, it's beautiful. It reminds me of the Bahamas. So this area has an extended decking that goes all the way out, and you'll see that this landscaping is inside of this screened enclosure. The screened enclosure goes all the way around, and remember, this pool area goes from this side of the house to this side of the house. So the entire length of the home in this direction, you have this space. So you have this beautiful view from that primary bedroom windows and this beautiful view from that great room windows. All of this really bringing that outside inside. All right, over here, let's talk about this pool. You have so much decking. You can see here they've got chaise lounges, they've got pub tables. On the other side, they've got a little raised area. They've also got the big umbrella table with 4 chairs that swivel. Now here you're going to see that not only do you have a huge sun shelf right here, but there's also a bubbler. So this bubbler is a wonderful water feature. It's a nice attraction. Over here is the hot tub. The hot tub also has a spillover, so when that hot tub is on and it's bubbling, you get a beautiful waterfall effect right there on that piece of granite. You can also see the main central piece of this is going to be that stone formation waterfall. That is absolutely the showstopper. The gorgeous tropical landscaping that's kind of tucked in back and around this entire area really makes you feel like you have escaped and you have gone somewhere special, and you know what? It's just your own backyard. Over on the other side, you can see there's what we call a sheer waterfall that's on that side again. So that makes 3 water features right here in the pool, giving you a beautiful, tranquil setting. So all of this space, I just want to point out to you, is a gorgeous screened-in area for you to enjoy every day of the year here in Florida. But we're not done, because in addition to this, you've got yard space that is fenced in all along the side and all along the back. Remember, you have 0.39 acres here, which is huge by our standards here in new construction. All right, that's a lot. This is a big house, and that's a lot of information. It is absolutely exquisite. I hope you agree, and I hope you'll give me a call. So if you are interested in this home or getting more information, please give me a call at 407-848-8042, and let's make this gorgeous home your new home. Have a great day, everybody. Happy house hunting.